So this quote, definitely important, right? This quote is really, really important. You gotta go through the rain in order to get to the rainbow, right? And sometimes the rain is gonna be a little cold. It's gonna be a little hard, right? It's gonna be motivational quote by Anonymous. You have to put up with the rain to get the rainbow. You have to put up with the rain to get the rainbow. A little treacherous. It's going to be maybe a little uncomfortable. We ain't talking about us enjoying the smell of rain, enjoying the freshness it brings. No, we're not talking about that. But when we're talking about the rain, right? When we're talking about the rain, we got to see it for what it is, right? It is, a storm. It is this. We got to go through that. We got to go through that little bit of a slippery slope before we could get to enjoy the rainbow. At the end of right? You see the beautiful rainbow after it rains, right? But we got to go through the darky, we got to go through the dark clouds, the mood changes, everything just changes, right? We got to go through that before we could enjoy the rainbow. And ain't that true in our life? We got to go through some hard times. We got to go through some troubled times. We got to go through some difficult challenges, some, different, trials, right? Before we could enjoy the fruits of our labor after, before we get to enjoy these other things right after. So it's just fitting that we got to go through the rain. We got to get through the rain before we can enjoy the rainbow. And I think a lot of people, they ain't really ready for that conversation. They ain't ready for that talk. They ain't ready to go through the rainbow. They ain't ready for any of that. They're just here just to be here, right? They don't want to go through the treacherous stuff. They don't want to go through the slippery slopes. They don't want to have to deal with the rain, right? They just want to enjoy the rainbow. So, to avoid criticism, right? To avoid criticism, you gotta say nothing, you gotta do nothing, and you gotta be nothing. Right? See, that's just avoiding, the inevitable. By Aristotle, there is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Right? That's just avoiding something that's going to happen, right? We are going to go through criticism. People are going to criticize us. Sometimes it won't be constructive. Sometimes it's going to be disastrous. No matter what, we're going to go through criticism every single day of our life. So there's no oh man, it's not going to happen. I promise you, it's going to happen one day. And know what? Constructive criticism is something that is much needed, but sometimes we ain't ready for that. Sometimes we don't want that still. But know what? To avoid criticism, you gotta say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. You literally just gotta, just be non-existent, right? But know what? But we're living this life with a purpose, right? With a plan. God put us here for a reason. So for us to say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing, contradictory to what God wants us to do in our life, right? So why are we gonna go and be like, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, it's whatever, right? But here we are trying to avoid criticism. Here we are trying to act like it ain't gonna ever happen because we want to be too comfortable. We don't want to go through the stress of it, right? So we're willing to be like, you know what? Let me just avoid it. Let me just get around it. Let me just be nothing, do nothing, say nothing. Let me just be non-existent. I ain't ready. I ain't here to be non-existent. If I gotta take some criticism, I'll take some criticism. That's totally fine with me. Am I going to like it in the moment? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I am not going to avoid criticism. So this one This quote by Muhammad Ali: live each day like it's your last, because know what? Someday you're gonna be right. Live each day like it's your last, because Muhammad Ali: live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right. Live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right. Someday you're going to be right. Think about that, right? Think about that. Someday it is going to be your last day, But if you're already in the mindset of living each day like it's your last, you're going to make every single second, every single moment count. And that's the thing that we should do, right? Because for so many of us, we focus on one little moment and we think it's going to last forever. But our life here on this earth is only temporary. It's only for a little short span of time, right? But a lot of us, we like to think that we could prolong it, that we don't have to worry about it, that we think that it's never going to come, it's inevitable, right? That we're not just going to be gone to the next day. We're not going to be gone later today. We think that our, life is guaranteed and that we're going to be here living and everything like that. But we got to start looking at it like, man, if we got to live our life like it's our last, because one day we're going to be right and it's going to be our last day. And for me, I'm trying to live the best I can every single day, because I don't want to live and die with regrets and be like, man, I didn't do this. Man, I didn't do that. I want to make sure that I continue to live my best every single day with no regrets. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Probably thought it was going to be something super deep, right? You probably thought it was going to be something super profound. It was going to be the biggest secret ever, right? That's probably what y'all thought. Mark Twain: the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Let me go ahead and say that one more time. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. But believe me, all it is getting started. That's the secret to getting ahead. Because if you never get started, if you never actually start doing anything, you're just going to stay in the same position. You're never going to move up. You're never going to get things done. You're going to continue to be stagnant. You're going to continue just to be there. And are you okay with just being there? Because you know what? For me, I ain't okay with just being there. I got to be something. I gotta continue to do something. I have something to prove, y'all. I have something to prove, right? So if I'm here just trying to, do my thing and I'm just gonna be lazy, I ain't gonna get started, of course, nothing's gonna get done. Nothing's gonna get done. I'm not gonna make progress. I'm gonna probably just be stagnant. I'm just gonna kind of be in the same position forever and ever until I actually get started. Right? Those your peers, the ones around you, the reason they're ahead of you is because they already started. They already put the foot to the pedal. They already started getting things in motion. Right? They're already taking the necessary steps to start getting to the next step, to getting to the next level. But yet you're here and you're like, man, why are they getting ahead when I'm just here? It's because you ain't putting the effort, bro. You are not putting the effort. You are not doing what you are destined to do. You are not doing what you need to do. You're just looking at it and like, man, why are they so far ahead and I'm just way back here? Because you haven't started, right? They started and they might have hit a lot of bumps in the road, but they're still ahead of you because you haven't started, right? Maybe you would have less bumps. Maybe you would have more. You never know. But the thing is, you got to put in the work. You got to continue to do your thing, but you got to start. You got to begin. You can't just staying still forever. The time is always right to do what is right. The time is always right to do what is right. Think about that, right? To do what is right. Martin Luther King Jr. The time is always right to do what is right. Ooh, we need to hear this one again. The time is always right to do what is right. You're never going to do at the wrong time. The timing is always perfect. It doesn't matter because the intention is good, right? See, that's the thing. A lot of us, we're continuing, to not do anything about it. We're continuing to not do anything that is right. We're just kind of being there. We think, what, the next person will do it. The next person's got them. The next person's going to do this. The next person's going to do that for them. The next person's going to go out of their way to help them out and to do bigger and better things for them. They're going to help them out. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. While some of us, yes, I'm putting myself in there, we just take a back seat. We're like, what? Let them do it. Why do I got to do it, right? Why do I got to be the one to take the necessary step to go and help them out? Why do I got to go out of my way to go and help them out? Why can't someone else do it, right? That's literally how we approach this every single time. We're like, what? The next one's got them. The next one's going to do it. Oh, I'm not going to donate. The next person in line will donate, right? Oh, what? The person in front of me, they just donated. Oh, that one, they just helped them out, right? We continue to put in our mind that other people are going to do it instead of us taking the initiative and being like, what? Well, I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to do Come on, y'all. Do y'all really think, right? Do y'all really think that the next person's actually going to be able to do it? That the next person's actually going to go out of their way to do it? Most of us, if we're living like that, if we're living with that mindset, nothing's ever going to get done because what? We're always going to be thinking that we could depend on the next person when we literally can't, right? When we literally can't. And what? That's the sad part. Super sad part. Because we continue to live every single day thinking that the next one's going to do it. The next one's going to do it. Bro, I can't stress this enough, bro. I can't stress this enough. We got to take the initiative, right? Like I said, the right time to do something. To do something right is always going to be the right time. The right time to do something is going to be the right time. It's going to be the right thing to do. It's going to be the right time to do it. There's not going to be any other opportune time except the time that is now, right? In the moment, you do that. You take the initiative and you go out of your way to do it. I hope that this ends the podcast on a note that just kind of motivates you in some type of way because you deserve it. You deserve to be motivated. You deserve to be like, this is what I need to do. Let me go ahead and help some more people out. And without further ado, I'm going to have to bid y'all adieu. And until next time. And wait, hold on. If you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe too. Salute.